Hey, welcome back to
A
the
nice
Vega
little rematch from
Battlegrounds.
last night as well.
Oh, hold on one second, my friend. We got a little surprise for you. We got two awesome co-hosts for you, but welcome back to the channel for the Vega Battlegrounds Championship. We got a semifinal matchup in the three-star tournament. We have had the other end of the semifinals, and we know who's going to be in the finals. The winner of this matchup will face none other than Happy McMuffins. We have the #1 rated player in all of the tournaments. We're on our third tournament now. We've been keeping track of this thing. Statistician Adam has come up with a wonderful formula, and Fintech is a distinct and clear #1. But today, my friends, might be the day he gets knocked off that pedestal by none other than Mclz1nkz. You see him on the upper left-hand side of that. Is the #4 rated player in the whole tournament. Thank you so much for being here. Go support both these competitors. Marcelo often streams on Twitch. You can see it there, and the link is in the description and in the chat. And then Fintech himself live on his channel. I will get the aspect ratios all sorted as we start this tournament, but I would first like to welcome none other than Mr. TJ and Yusafa. Thank you so much for being here today, gentlemen.
Oh, excited to be here. This is an exciting match. Semifinals, both these guys are absolutely fantastic. I've admired their gameplay throughout the three tournaments that you've held there, Vega. So I'm really excited for this match.
Yeah, same here. This is going to be a battle between two titans.
Now they had a matchup yesterday. I don't want to. It was live streamed, right? So I wouldn't be spoiling any videos.
Yeah, it was live streamed, and I think the playback's up on Twitch.
Okay, very good. On Marcel's channel.
Yeah,
very good. So make sure you check that out. Let's not spoil it because it's not the same as letting people know that the winner of this will face Happy. I think it's a high skill tournament. And make sure you check it out if you want to see, the prequel to what we've got here. Now, that is a 6-star tournament, so I assume all of their rosters will be available to them, where this is a 3-star. One of the big differences, we're trying to, trim a little bit of that blubber, a little bit of that whale advantage that can come. I've benefited from that myself a few times. And also, one of the really cool things that I think we're seeing here is new champions. We're seeing Shocker. Shocker was banned consistently yesterday. Anyone else, Yusafa and TJ, that you think could play a role today that maybe isn't out in the general crystal yet?
Out in the general crystal. So I really like Kate Bishop. I think that she has really shown her mettle in Battlegrounds. So I'm really impressed by people who can play her well.
Yeah, I would have said Kate as well, and also Future Ant-Man, potentially. Those two in particular, I think, will probably play quite a big part in this.
Yeah, Future Ant-Man is fantastic.
All right, great. We'll just make sure when we see their decks, they'll be starting here in just a minute or two. I'm sure they're getting themselves all lined up. Let's see if either of them has them in their decks, or we see them in the bands, those sorts of things. And one of the things to point out is the signature abilities can be slightly different. Most of the champions are maxed out as far as rank. Typically, I believe they're all at the highest signature level possible, too. But as we talked about yesterday, Tiger Sig, and I think on a couple other champions that we've seen come in and play a role, their Sig is not as powerful as what we're used to on the 6-star. Like its Tiger Senses only last, I believe it was 9 seconds, you said, yesterday, TJ?
Yeah, it's only 9 seconds in comparison to 12 for the 6-star.
So let's see if that also plays a role. Lots to kind of get used to. Strikers should be everywhere. Let's take a quick second and say hello to everyone in the chat. What is going on? Villars, Nick136, Avengers, Laser, Tobias. Tobias, we got to use the pizza analogy yesterday. It was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Metric Area, Aiden, Giant Walrus, Hot Fuzz, Bitter Steel himself. Kita, it would be great to see Fintech lose. I love it. Not because I don't like him, but because it'd be great to see a different opponent in the finals for a change. Yep. Yeah. I just want to see a best of 7. These guys are phenomenal. They're awesome. I know how hard they work at this mode. So I am with you and I hear you. And I think that is a worthy cheer. You're cheering for Marcelo Mclz1nkz himself. And he's phenomenal. If you haven't seen him play, prepare to be impressed. B, McG, Tillatam, Daniel here supporting his boy Mclz1nkz. Iago, lots of Brazilians. This is awesome. Thank you so much for being here. Let's welcome Brazil, cheering on their boy. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right.
I was on Jason Jabari's stream earlier today, and Fintech was lobbying him for some practice rounds for this 3-star tournament. So I can guarantee you that Fintech is going to be ready and raring to go for this matchup.
He's all warmed up.
He's all warmed up.
Jay Will, not so bad at this mode himself. Not so bad.
Great.
Yeah, not so bad. I think he won Ghost Dog's first tournament, beating Fintech, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
It looks like Brazil is showing up strong today. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure everyone goes and supports both Mclz and Fintech on both of their channels. Mclz is streaming on Twitch. It's a really nice setup he's got there. You see how nice this looks. He's got a very passionate, large following, and Fintech putting out phenomenal Battlegrounds and war content pretty regularly. Did a full review the other day, too, of, I think it was Kate Bishop. No. It was a good video. It was a really good video. I highly recommend you check that out. I think it was Bitter Steel who did the Kate Bishop review. They should be getting started. TJ and Yusafa, you're not aware of any delay reasons, are you? Like if they're waiting for us for anything?
No.
Vega, I'm curious. So I've been thinking about this. So this is we've been through a few seasons of Battlegrounds now.
Yeah.
And what I have seen that the community who plays Battlegrounds has gotten a little bit more adept at Battlegrounds. And matching other players. I was curious if you've been seeing the same.
Oh, absolutely. I enjoy Battlegrounds. I've made it to the the Gladiator circuit every single time. The last few seasons, I wanted to start getting some of those 6-star relic material, so I made sure that I spent the time to get to those finishing markers or whatever. I can't remember what they're called, or tiers. But I spend most of my Battlegrounds time watching this, announcing this, commentating on it, talking with you all. And I the first tournament, I think if we looked back and compared it to what the scene now, you would see how much the players have improved. Just like the tactics of it all. I think the use of the strikers, the ability to take, this has been a big one, in my opinion, is seeing players take the unideal matchups. TJ and I talked about this briefly yesterday. Happy was doing a phenomenal job in what was not considered to be the ideal matchup. Like he took was it Jessica Jones with Scorpion? Was it? Do you remember, TJ?
Yeah. Yes, it was that one, which you wouldn't think would work very well, and he won the round with 52,000.
Yeah, and so to me, that's maybe Happy would have done that anyways, being the skilled player he is. But I just feel like I'm seeing that sort of thing more. What about you, Yusafa or TJ? You guys have thoughts on that one?
Yeah, I think when Battlegrounds first launched, people were going in with a roster that was based upon their strongest champions, right? And there were some underdeveloped champions that weren't used very often. And now we've seen the power and the benefit of having a diverse and ranked up roster of those not quote unquote ideal champs that you use predominantly in war and in AQ and story content. So I think rosters have developed a whole lot better, and people are a little more prepared to go up against the nodes that come out. So I have seen a huge increase to the quality of the fighting in Battlegrounds as well as the player base. So it's fantastic.
Yeah, exactly the same here. Like I've just seen massive improvement based on people getting more used to the mode itself since the first tournament was within the first couple of seasons. People weren't really used to how the mode worked as well. A lot more people are a lot more comfortable now. We're starting to see new names come up towards the top. We're starting to see a massive improvement based on rosters and based on gameplay itself. So yeah, I just think the skill level pretty big now. Definitely difficult to compete. Like this is the strongest group of 32 that we've had yet, I'd say.
And we're just waiting on. Okay, it looks like Marcel's taking some initiative there. Fintech does have the initial invite. Mm-hmm. It's nice to see Fintech streaming. I had seen his community posted. He wasn't so sure he was going to be able to for a bit, so it's nice to see him be able to do that. Get the footage up on YouTube for everybody. We should be starting
I
here.
see Carlos in
a
chat. What's up, dude?
Yeah, there we go. Man, like I said, Brazil is showing strong for their champion, their summoner, their bald man.
Yes, I played Carlos in Marcelo's tournament.
How'd it
go? It was very close. Very, very close.
And for anyone wondering, we've got TJ on call and Yusafa. Yusafa is also the official sponsor of the VBC. You can see that in the upper left-hand corner. Phenomenal channel, has done some really fun crystal openings as of late. I think you might want to watch it. And this is someone you actually kind of feel good cheering for, which is nice. It's a nice change up for us people who've been playing MCoC for a very long time, seeing someone open a lot of crystals. It is very cool. So make sure you check out both of their channels for a variety of MCoC video types. Now, because Marcelo's on Twitch, we can pause the stream, but we can't, when we hit play, it will go live immediately. So as a result, the streams will be a little bit off. It looks like they're about, I'm not sure exactly how far off they are. And it's just going to be the nature of it. I very much invite people to stream on the platforms that they're used to, because we want Marcel getting as much viewership and attention as he possibly can. It's only 4 or 5 seconds till the time. Okay, that's good. The last time we did this, it was quite a few. And it was confusing to commentate on. I don't think it was confusing to watch. It was actually pretty exciting. But 4 or 5 seconds, that's not that much. Oh, we have the first that I've seen pure Finn fan. I love it.
Some interesting bands.
Zach Richards starting off. Zach Richards joining the Mclz1nkz crowd. Joining the Mclz1nkz crowd. Thank you, Eric. And then what were you saying, TJ? I cut you off there. Please let us know.
Oh, no worries. I was saying bands are fairly interesting. I know Marcelo usually goes to ban Archangel, but Finn did this time.
And Marcel banned Human Torch, and as almost everyone does against Finn, gets rid of Tigra. Get her out of here. You do not want her in his hands. And Absorbing Man.
Yeah, and there's the future Ant-Man and Kate for Finn that I was talking about.
Yep, you called it. Now, the thing with Future Ant-Man is he does damage while also power controlling, right? I know Beast put out quite a few videos. I've enjoyed them. But I tend to not really understand a champion until I can also play them. Is that ultimately what you're doing with Future Ant-Man?
Yeah, for Future Ant-Man, I usually spam special twos just to control his power. I don't know if that's the optimal way of using him. BMcG would definitely know better. But he's just a fantastic champ. Love him.
I'll say I don't have one, so I'm not sure. Not even as a 3-star. Oh. That's...
Okay, so here we go.
I think Finn might have a connection issue. No, never mind. It wasn't showing Kate on. It wasn't showing Kate on Marcelo's screen, but then he changed last second.
Now that the fight has actually started, I was wondering about it myself. I do see the comment from Metric Area. I like to see the face cam, but the way Marcel has his screen set up, it is taking up quite a bit of room and making his fight screen a little smaller. So I put up the poll. Viewers, let me know if you want to yes to... What the heck did I actually write? Yes to keep the cam. No would be to minimize it and make the fight size a little smaller. Or bigger. I mean, you guys can read the poll better than I can explain it.
I must say, this is a very smart play from Marcelo. He's not playing around the node too well, but Magic is probably... Magic was probably his best option there.
Keep Killmonger's power low, thereby minimizing the chance of reverb damage too, correct?
Yeah. He mistimed the Unstoppable a couple of times. I think that's going to cost him here.
Yeah. Mclz point out something that he has pointed out before, that Fintech is running into that light attack whiff. That's not what's supposed to happen in the future, Ant-Man. Of course, whiffs are not intentional. Hopefully that gets fixed very, very soon. I'll leave the poll up for about another minute or two. Maybe we would make the change in the end of this first step.
Yes. So TJ, was that pick of Magic? Was that just I don't have anybody else better, or I mean, it was hard for me to think that it actually would work.
It's mainly because the power lock keeps the reverb damage away, but I don't think he wanted to use anybody else, mainly because Finn has Blade for Magic, and Magic wouldn't really work better for anyone else that he's got. It might have just been a throw around.
Okay.
But that matchup would work. I say he mistimed the Unstoppable 3 or 4 times there. Interesting.
Nice. That's gonna be an interesting matchup. Oh, he changed it at the end.
Okay. I fully thought he was going to go for Kate there. I'm not sure if he's trying to save Kate with defense, maybe thinking that Marcelo doesn't know how to fight her. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Because Hercules is not a dimensional being or anything like that. I mean, I obviously Blade can fight champions and defeat them even if they're not, but it's not like this was an ideal matchup, right? Blade versus Hercules.
Oh yeah, it's not ideal, but matchups are doable.
Yep.
Without them being dimensional beings.
I feel like this is an example of what we were just talking about earlier in the stream, of people are taking these non-ideal matchups and doing very well with them now.
Yeah, or as Bitter said there, he may be saving Kate for Killmonger.
Yeah. Yeah, I would think this was kind of an intentional strategic move. Looks like Marcel's maybe made a mistake or two getting clipped a little bit there in that matchup, but he should be finishing this off with an unblockable SB2 right here.
Yep. Also, one thing to note is that Finn isn't running deep wounds, which could play a massive part into drafting. Because that kind of removes options like Nick Fury for attack. And also makes Blade a lot less ideal in non-ideal matchups. Like I've used Blade for champs like Scorpion and Quicksilver before, and it's finished in like maybe 45 seconds.
Yeah.
But that's with max deep wounds.
All right. Well, we're obviously tied up 1-1 as we head into the close of this first set. We're just getting started. I'm predicting best of 7. Thank you so much to everyone in the chat. I know we're not interacting with the chat quite as much as we normally do, but we're focused in on this. Maybe we'll get into the chat a little bit in between the sets. Here we go to decide the first one.
I think for this one, as long as Finn doesn't mess up, he might take this, depending on who he uses.
We're going to get to see Rintra and Killmonger, 2 great defenders, Scorpion, an ideal
It's an ideal matchup.
Yeah.
It's going to be a slow one regardless.
Killmonger, now he typically gets power when he's debuffed, right? But Kate's going to be putting on a passive?
Yep.
So that's going to get around that usually problematic part of Killmonger's kit.
He could still cause issues. That was a very risky light intercept there.
Another thing that happened, I think this happened to Finn. See, he's got the late release. Remember, Kate does have that perfect release mechanic. You really want to hit it. You get punished a bit there for not. And then he accidentally switched his arrow. I recall this in one of his matchups. Or maybe it was Bitter, actually. Was it you, TJ?
Yeah, he didn't swap there.
Okay, so he's pulling it off well. I mean, if you look at these health bars, this is close. I do think Scorpion's winning, though.
Yeah. Finn got really lucky with not getting punished by the Unstoppable both times there. Also, one thing to bear in mind is that Marcelo is a couple of seconds ahead.
Yeah, that's true. And he just made a small mistake.
Yeah, that could cost him.
Yep.
Yep, it's going to cost him.
Yep.
Yeah, great job with Kate. That's, you know, he missed the he got late release on 2 of those SB1s, so I don't know what that was.
He did get very lucky there as well. He did hit into Unstoppable twice and didn't get punished for it.
Okay, yeah.
Which,
go for it.
That tends to happen a lot when you do hit into the Unstoppable. It's rare to have them turtle up like that.
Yeah, I believe that was the quote-unquote mistake that happened at the top of the screen with Marcellus. I think that's what happened because he was doing great. I think he hit into the Unstoppable, got punished, and then after that, there was just no way he was going to be able to make up the health and the time that he had lost there. So, this is the RNG of the game. Let's say hello to some of the people in the chat. We've got Rye, Odysseus, Metric Area, Tilitam, Carlos, Sonia, Misty, K-Dog, how you doing, buddy? Andrew the Rough, what's up, buddy? Meilon, and more. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. It looks like people want to see Marcelo. I like it, but I understand why it was brought up. I appreciate being brought up. We're going to leave the face cam in and enjoy it. All right, as we've seen these enough, guys. We've seen these enough, right? We both know, or all three of us know, they're just getting started. They are just getting started. I feel like it's around like set 3 or 4 where the action really gets started. Hopefully neither opponent has dug themselves too big of a hole that they can't climb out of it. But that's why so many of these go to the full 6 and 7, right?
Yeah, I'm fully expecting to see 7 here.
I really admire the Spider-Ham ban. He is sneaky good.
You're a bit of a Spider-Ham enthusiast yourself, aren't you?
I am. I'd take him to rank 5 if I had the materials, but fortunately I don't.
I know that Marcelo did, which is probably why Finn's banning him.
Yusafa, I do believe there's a reason why you don't have the materials to rank 5.
That's right. I used them elsewhere. Let's just say that.
It's not like you just never had them.
Right. I used them elsewhere.
We got Nick136, Chief, Zach Richards, OG Highline. What's up, dude? OG Highline, was it your birthday recently, my friend? Happy birthday to you.
Okay, I'm looking at the Sasquatch on Marcelo's draft, and then I'm looking at Finn. Yeah, Finn better start drafting some science champions pretty soon.
Interesting. The long shot's a good pick. I'm not being biased when I say that either.
No. He is such a problem on defense in this meta. I mean, he's a problem anyways, but I feel like this meta just makes him infinitely worse.
And he's a ridiculous attacker as well.
Calvo's tactic, lost round 1, win
for
next
some
round.
reason were to place Hulkling, that 20-second fight, if that.
We're nice to see Jessica out here, probably some more Kate action, Spidey Supreme, who I think the community is catching on to. Mcg has really been leading the front with that. I know. Well, There might be another friend of mine who with some Spidey videos coming out very, very soon.
I think I know who you mean.
Yeah. I realized I don't think they've made a video on it yet, so I was like, let's keep that to myself.
Okay, with this match, Ghost vs. Korg can go very wrong. We saw that yesterday.
Yeah.
And I've never seen this matchup before.
You know, that was interesting. It looked like Finn started off with that attempted light intercept at the start of the fight, which we typically don't see in PvP because of parry. But then Kate's riposte, I think, mechanic totally saves him. So that's like a smart, risky play, it looks like.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'll be honest, when he did that in the first fight, I completely forgot that was a thing.
Yeah.
So, like, it's completely safe to do that, even if you do get parried. He did miss the perfect release, though.
So I think that's the third time we've seen him miss it. He hit it that time.
He missed it again.
Yeah. And let's go. Marcel lands that SB2. Will it kill?
About to finish this.
It does kill. Very well played by Marcel up there. Very well played. Yeah.
So I've never been able to do Ghost vs. Korg that fast. Yeah, for some reason, for me, it always goes wrong, and I'm not sure where I'm doing it wrong. So yeah, that is very impressive.
Big agree, Eric. Marcel has got skills for days.
Finn, has Finn landed a perfect release yet?
I saw one. That's part of what
I saw one.
Yeah.
No,
but in this fight in particular.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there was one.
Yeah, I saw one. There's the second one. I just saw the purple text come up.
They're just not doing much.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because Sasquatch has the cold snap resistance.
It's amazing, you know, how long some of these champions have been in the game. And like I remember when that came out, I was like, cold snap, cool, thanks. I'll make sure I use that every day. And now with like, you know, as the game grows, here it is.
I was going to say, the reason I thought he was missing them all the time is because the damage was so low, but I wasn't realizing that it was the 90% cold snap resistance from Sasquatch.
You know, Nick is saying that he doesn't think he's missing. I thought I saw text saying that he had. I
know there was definitely one there that missed because it was a lot less damage than the rest.
Yeah, and that's part of it for me is the Kate damage just felt low compared to what we've seen. Kate is cansada. Does that mean sleepy? She's tired?
Or boring? What is cansada?
I believe it means...
I don't know. I don't have... my Portuguese isn't 100%.
I believe it would be tired or like sleepy. Yeah, tired. Thanks, Mr. Carey.
All right.
Here we go. Okay, so we're seeing the Spidey Supreme. Let's watch this. He's a fun player style, that is for sure.
Oh. Apologies for that. I got a phone call.
What's that?
Sorry, I had to dip for a minute. I got a phone call.
No worries, my friend. And this is another perfect example of what we're talking about. You know, no one draws up their battle plan thinking, all right, when Rintra gets placed, I'm going to use Spider-Man, you know, or Spider-Man Supreme versus Domino. There are matchups that I believe could work just watching these guys, but I don't think those are the ideal counters.
Spidey does work very well for Domino because none of his abilities can fail.
Well, there you go. I just learned something today.
But he is taking a lot less crit fail damage than I normally do, which is kind of concerning.
Now, why would he still take crit fail damage if none of his abilities can fail?
Because Dex isn't part of his abilities, and that still has the chance to fail.
Got it.
It's based on his own abilities. So, like the Spider Seal charges or the phase or the special 2 nullifying everything, that won't fail, but you can still get crit fail from the Dex and everything.
Oh, boring. So, okay, Cansado was boring.
Wow, this is a match, guys. These two competitors, amazing.
Yeah.
It's going to 7.
I think. Well, so I do think there's a bit of like this is the first pressure moment of this series here. This whole matchup is. I don't think anyone wants to go down 2-0 to. They're also good. I think they'd have the confidence they could come back. That being said, they're also good. You don't want to go down 2-0 and force yourself to have to win 4 out of 5, basically, if my math is correct.
Yeah. Yeah, fighting an uphill fighting an uphill battle's never fun.
Here we go. So we've got Hulkling versus Hercules. I do think Fury's a good counter for Jessica because he'll be able to. Or do you have to cleanse things? I can't remember if you have to cleanse or purify off of Jessica's.
As long as he never gets, or he never throws a special of his own, I think he should be okay.
Yeah, that's right. And that's another great reason why it's a good matchup is Fury's going to do so much damage. And he can even throw one special, I think, and not trigger the full investigation or something. Almost gets a little unlucky with the stun there, but, it's fine. It looks like he's doing really well. Don't want to jinx him here. Oh, geez, why did I say he was doing well?
Oh, why'd you say so? Why?
I know.
Why?
I'm sorry, Marcel fans. I did not mean to jinx him. And the signature ability of Hercules is kicking in as Jessica kicks Fury in the face. But I think Marcel's intentionally doing that for the
I
SB2.
think Marcel was going to try and go into second life here and then finish it off.
Oh, no. What happened? Why did Jessica cancel it?
Oh, because the investigation. Region reduction. Jessica Jones for the investigations. Yeah. That's unfortunate.
That was going very well as well. Yep. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it was. Well done to Finn.
Yeah, not to take away from Finn. He's playing very well at the moment.
So Jessica, that's one of her abilities, is that the investigation her investigation, which is a passive, it looks like nothing you can really do about it, except hopefully she doesn't get it right because she gets it from you throwing your specials.
Yep.
And that's right. The same thing did happen to Legacy. After I saw it, I was like, wait, we've seen this before. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Marcel was on his way to a really clean victory there, and then that one mistake just sent it all downhill.
Also, I'm going to have to likely shoot off for about 10 minutes.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Well, at some point in the next 10 minutes, just because I need to go drop something off for a friend.
I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'll be back after that. It's just I'll have to leave temporarily.
I thought we were your friends, TJ. I didn't realize you had anybody else.
Honestly, I'm surprised they stuck around.
It just
looks like we got the same bands.
Yeah, they're sticking with. I mean, they're both. Each one's been 2-1, so I could see sticking with. It's not like a certain defender or attackers really swayed things. It's just been a mistake here and there, and not making a mistake here and there.
Marcelo banned Spidey Supreme instead of Torch, which is interesting.
Just skip that off the board. Now, does he have Torch in his own deck?
I don't know.
Yeah, after seeing what Spidey did to Domino, I guess that would make some sense. And then Torch being a nice counter to Spidey. Ghost Dog is here. What's up, buddy?
We're seeing that Jessica Jones once again. I do like the Mr. Negative pull by Finn, so hopefully we'll see some gameplay against. I think he pulled him as a counter to our boy Rentra. He's looking for an Incinerate immune. Yep.
Indeed you are, Ghost Dog. Indeed you are. This will be an interesting one.
So no blade.
I think he's either going to use Kitty or Mr. Negative, I think.
Yeah. Yep, Kitty.
The idea of being here to phase through limbo damage?
Yeah. I think that's what it's going for anyway.
And let's see, I want to see this fight from Marcel. Having commentated on a lot of these, I think this is a big one for him. I think he feels like he probably should win this, right? And if he's able to execute it, because he's been in every single set. There's just been an execution issue in each one that has tilted it towards Finn's favor.
Oh, that was unlucky. I think with Finn here, the smartest thing to do would probably be rush to special 3 or try and time limbo with the special 2 so that it won't heal all back up. But then there's Marcel on the top screen who's almost done.
Okay.
And has more health.
So that's exactly what I was wanting to see. I was wanting to see it. Marcel, you can see he's a competitor. He knows what he's doing. He's skilled. And he's still feeling confident. He knows he's down 2-0, but he's still feeling confident. And if you're really watching his fight, which I was, he even went with the special intercept there, which I think is a sign of supreme confidence in what he's doing. This is far from over. I'm feeling good about this. I see going down 2-0, but he's a competitor. He knows what he's doing, and he's up 1-0 in this set. He's just got to close it out.
Yeah, I'm going to have to shoot off now for about 10 minutes, so I'll be back whenever.
Thanks, man. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it.
I'll not be long. Yeah, take care, guys.
All right, back to the Americans.
Yeah.
Back to the Americans commenting on international gameplay. Guys.
Absolutely. Let's get out our hot dogs and our Miller Lite.
That's right, America. Oh, this is going to be good. Kate Bishop against Jessica. That's a good matchup.
So go for it. Yeah, no, I'm curious to see how that works. Like, is he going to use his tranquilize ability? No, it looks like he's going for the arrow. I have no clue. Kate versus Jessica.
Yeah, no, I think this is going to be interesting. I think that she's going to be able to control her investigations pretty well. But we'll see. I've never done this matchup personally.
Yeah,
but I think it's going to be phenomenal. I bet it's going to be a full health bar situation.
And it looks like Marcel's just going full juggernaut up there. He's taken a bit of reverb damage, based on what I can tell. For Nick136 is saying for BGs, you use Cold Snap almost exclusively. Better saying grab a crumpet and cup of tea.
Cup of tea.
I mean, this is the thing with Kate, is this feels like just a slow, it's not that slow, but it's just a steady tick, tick, tick down of her opponent's health pool.
Yep.
A little mistake there. He does get punished for it, but not that bad.
She was up to 6 investigations, and so now she's going to go unstoppable.
You know, this actually may end up close.
Yeah. Yeah, that was unfortunate. He did a great job. He just took that combo to the face. Hey, what's up, J. Will?
Everything was going well until I got punched in the face.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Oh, that's good to know too, Bitter. So you should use Cold Snap pretty much exclusively in BGs. So I need to get better with my gameplay of Kate, but from what little experience I have with her, she's phenomenal. And you wouldn't expect anything less from a champion designed by DLL. So
yeah. Jay, Will, Joey, AFO, what's up, everybody? Again, the unconventional, not ideal matchups. I think we've got these here I would have no clue how to take Future Ant-Man with Rintra.
I think the neutralize is going to keep Future Ant-Man pretty contained.
Well, keep in mind, remember, Rintra's neutralize is not near. He doesn't have, I think, as high of a chance to get it against non-cosmics.
But look at this Domino. Jesus, Domino's going after Hulkling.
Just crit failing things.
Yeah.
And I think with Future Ant-Man, you want an attacker with Pierce. So I think that's why we're seeing so much glancing. Yeah, and Domino's having a field day down there.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, a B might not be in the chat anymore. I believe that's why we're seeing so much glancing up there. Is Ant-Man will glance unless you have a Pierce effect.
Pierce, yeah. And then you have to worry about if you complete your combos of getting parried stunned, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep, that's unfortunate.
So there it is. Marcel's going to take a short break. Down 3-0, losing both of them 2-1, 2-1, 2-1, or all three of them 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. He's been in each set. They just haven't gone his way. There's been a mistake here and there, and then obviously that was not the matchup that he's looking for.
Yep.
Hey, Mauricio, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Finn is also playing exceptionally well, as he typically does, keeping the pressure on his opponent.
So Vega, have you taken your 7 stars into Battlegrounds yet?
No, I yesterday I spent so much time streaming that when I was done, I needed to just work. And so by the end of the night, I was exhausted and I want to finish up 8.2. So I did 2 lanes of the Bahamut because that's all I have left.
Yep.
And I've got 3 there. I'm going to try to finish 2 of those up today at some point when I can. And then I'll finally qualify for my Alliance event, the 7-star event they've got going on right now. So I actually going to probably have like 2 to 3 more 7-star crystals to open. And then it'll be time to get in there, have some fun with those 7 stars and the EQ, BGs. I saw you having fun with yours in BGs last night.
Yeah, just playing with a bunch of them, yeah.
How'd they do? I had it on while I was like doing dishes and stuff like that, but so I wasn't able to fully concentrate. How was it?
So some of the champions, are sleepers. I would not expect to have been so good. I mean, Hulk. Oh my God, I'd never used Hulk before, and he is a monster. Another one, Gamora. Oh my God, I did not realize how wonderful Gamora was. So it's I think it's great. I got these champs that I can now use, in competitive gameplay. So it's a lot of fun. I mean, there are still some duds like a Hawkeye, which I'll never play, never use. OG Spider-Man. Sorry, Mclz1nkz. But yeah, for the most part, I'm having fun. I'm glad these 7 stars are in the contest now.
That's awesome. Hulk, the day his buff went live, I just I was basically like, clear my books, clear my calendar. I just was having so much fun playing him. I think I put out 2 videos on him in 48 hours, which is, is a lot for me. I was just having so much fun with him. I love him. I'm so pumped up that I pulled him. And then I've been seeing a lot of stuff on Hawkeye. But DLL, big fan. There's a lot in there. So, I don't like the perfect release mechanic. I think as a player who tends to not be able to nail those things, it's an initial turnoff. But maybe Kate Bishop will get me to reconsider.
Maybe. I did notice that. So Marcelo did ban Kate.
He's had enough. He's had enough of Kate.
Had enough of Kate. Yeah.
I don't blame him. And I think Smarty took a little break. I don't know if it was a short one, but if anyone can come back from a 3-0 hole against Fintech, it's Marcel. So we'll get back to the match in a second, but William's comment here about the 7-star Spider-Gwen. This is another, I think, cool. I don't think it was intentional, but thing that's happening with these 7-star pools is just the 7 stars are very powerful. We've been over this a bit, but the pool of the 7 stars is very good. And I think often champions that, you know, they're not on the top of my tier list, they're on there, which I'm trying to show they're very good. And I think we're seeing that now. I think people are like excited about their 7-star. So they're playing them and they're realizing like, oh, this champion's excellent, you know?
Yeah.
So I love that.
Yeah, and the power rate is fantastic. All right, so
Yeah.
we got future Ant-Man against Hercules, which is, I don't know if that's...
So I think we're going to see the same thing here. I mean, Herc is Herc, and it was pointed out intercepting future. Oh, it's the other way around. I apologize, guys. I thought it was Herc versus future Ant-Man.
No.
So we finally saw Fintech make a mistake, and Ant-Man's healing it back up for him. So there's that. All right.
And then we got Valkyrie against Doom, which we've seen this fight numerous times.
Yeah. Let's see if he can pull off this SP2 Dex. I mean, you can see how skilled Marcel is, right? I mean, down 3-0, still pulling off perfect Dexes against Doom.
Yep. I'm about 50% with the SP2.
Yeah. 100% of the time, I'm like 25%.
Oh, great job, Marcel.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
He's been taking the lead too. I think this is the 3rd set that he's taken a 1-0 lead.
I got to think this was a throw for Finn, because I can't imagine ever taking future Ant-Man against Hercules.
Yeah, I think this was a strategic play.
Yeah, Pablo, I would have never pushed a special 3, but he knew it would kill. Well done. Yeah, that was a fantastic job.
This feels like a great moment to let everyone know. Please go support both of these competitors. Putting on this great show. Marcel is on Twitch. You can see how nice it looks. He's got a very passionate following in Brazil and Portuguese-speaking countries. But he also, you don't have to be from Brazil or speak Portuguese to enjoy the gameplay. I highly suggest checking that out. And then, of course, Fintech here on the bottom left-hand side. Both of these channels are linked in the description and in the chat. All right.
Always refreshing to see someone play your favorite champ better than you. I agree.
Yeah, that's my experience too, Metric Area. That was a very quick put of Hulkling on defense.
Yeah, there's really no counter for Finn.
It was crazy to see Domino do it so well. Did she crit fail? Did she crit fail some of his indestructibles? I actually wasn't even watching that fight. I think you called it out. That made me look down at it.
Yeah. So who's he gonna use for Nick? Juggernaut. Okay. Yeah, it's got to be a Domino play.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna watch both, but I'm gonna concentrate more on this Domino versus Hulkling, because I'm assuming just how quickly she obliterated Hulkling that some of it had to be her crit failing his. Yeah, I mean, look at how much she's crit failing. Yeah, he's not getting his indestructible charges. Look at this. Like nothing's happening. Oh, you know, he doesn't have his cosmic charges. That's what was going on. I apologize, guys.
Hello, I'm back.
Hey, TJ, how you doing?
Hey, TJ.
Not bad. One of the lads forgot his ID, so I had to go take it to him
That was very
because he
kind
couldn't
of you.
go on otherwise.
Yeah, this Jugs fight is he's just wrecking
Oh.
Fury.
Let's see if this SB2 finishes. No.
He lost all his unstoppables, so it won't finish.
Yeah. And so Hulkling's doing his job better on this one. I don't know what happened in that first fight for Domino to dominate that Hulkling, but this is more what I think we all expected Domino versus Hulkling to look like.
Speaking of, what did I miss while I was gone?
Another just very
It was
close.
only the third round.
Yeah, another very close set that just came up. You know, Fintech played very well, and Mclz1nkz ended up with a very poor matchup in the third game too. He was using a Rintra versus a future Ant-Man, and it did just for a variety.
Okay,
yeah. There's not much you can do there.
Yeah, but he takes this this match, so
it is not over.
I still wouldn't be surprised if it went to round 7 here.
Oh, absolutely.
Also, I see that comment, Wonderpants. Not sure if you can hear this, but perfect timing. I didn't nip to the pub, but I got one on my way back. I see that comment from Bitter. Try not to fall asleep on Discord this time. That's a true story, by the way. That did happen.
All right, I had to step aside for a second. I assume I didn't miss much.
Just getting set up.
Did Marcelo change his band to Kate last time as well? Or
He did, yes. Yep.
And it looks like Finn may be having a connection issue.
Yeah.
did happen recently, but unsure if it's the first time. No, GD, it was the, I want to say third time. I think it might have been the fourth. And Bitter's right, it's definitely not going to be the last.
Is anyone on Fintech stream and know if this is just purely his stream or if he's having a game issue too? Because this could just be his stream.
He looks like he's selecting champs.
Yeah.
So I think it's a stream.
Okay, and that's fine. So we'll just concentrate and enjoy Marcel's, and if and when Fintech comes back, we'll get that sorted out. You know, guys, have them play. Tell Finn to please play this set, and then potentially restart at that point. I don't think I can type in his chat. Okay, yeah, because Jason, as you know, I don't want the competitors. I want them streaming, but I don't want them worried about their stream. I want them to be able to concentrate on their matchup. So let's not worry about it now, especially because they have already drafted. I don't want to mess with this draft. Let's play it out, and then he can restart his stream after this matchup, you know, assuming Marcel wins it. Thank you for the kind words, Lemmy. This has been a lot of fun. We've had stops and starts with all the BG's issues, but we're back and having a good time.
I don't know who I prefer for this one. I think this is going to be close. I think Marcelo has the stronger draft, but things could definitely go either way. Okay, I definitely think Finn's throwing this one. Just for reference, expect this to be very fast.
The long shot versus Hulkling?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, he did that as well as he could. Now literally just a combo to finish this.
Did he have a Pure of Heart on when he threw that special too?
No, you don't need it.
I don't know.
I really don't like seeing anyone do that to my boy Teddy, but That was impressive.
It was impressive.
It's long shot doing long shot things. It's because every hit gives a buff, and Longshot can just take advantage of that as long as he gets the incinerate up.
I had a 18 minutes and 50 some odd second fight of versus Bahamut this morning with Hulkling. It started the fight with Bahamut at 12% health. He got all the way up to I think 25 because he kept healing.
Oh, it was that lane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I kept breaking, down his armor and got him down. It took 19 minutes, but I mean, Hulkling can take a beating though. And there's enough debuff that willpower was really kicking in. And I caught on to that. And then once I finally started making progress on the health bar, I was like, okay, I'd rather take another 10 minutes than use a bunch of items. So it was fun.
Hey, TJ and Vega, I'm so sorry. I have a work meeting in about 5 minutes. I'm going to have to drop.
We've got it.
Apologize.
Yeah.
No worries. See you later.
I've really appreciated you being here.
Yeah, my pleasure. I'll talk to you guys later, and best of luck to the two competitors.
Take care, buddy.
Yeah, have a good one, dude.
So what was on the Fintech side of this one? I saw Marcel's matchup, which is obviously phenomenal.
It was Massacre versus Jessica Jones, which honestly I think he'll do faster.
Yeah, I would have loved to have seen it too.
I do favor Marcelo for round 3.
I would have liked to have seen that. It is what it is.
Yeah, as Bitter saying there, Massacre versus Jessica can go very well. And I'm sure Finn knows what he's doing with Massacre as well.
I have a question for you, TJ. Given the champions that are used to take out Sasquatch, there's a little mistake. Let's see if that ends up mattering. That's a fast fight. He did have a tiny mistake, though.
That is a very fast fight.
I think about 5 more seconds and he's got the win. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
I think that might be it. Yep, he's got it.
Less than 500 points.
Yeah. That's good.
Oh, we got a matchup. We got a ball game. He won that one. He won the 5th 2-0, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I had him for round 3 as well, because if he placed Hercules there, then he had perfect counters to the other 3 defenders, and also his best counter to Hercules probably would have been Domino, and that could have gone either way.
All right, so Finn will take a minute to reset his stream. Let's all be patient with him as they try to do this competition for us. And here's where I was going with that question, TJ, is given who you use to fight Sasquatch, is his signature ability important for Battlegrounds?
Yes,
Why?
I'd say. So the SIG ability is what allows him to go unstoppable on heavy attacks and special attacks when he gets into Wrath.
Oh, it is?
And against Sasquatch, that's pretty major, because I don't think there's a champ in the game that can get him down. Like a rank 4 Sasquatch, I don't think there's a champ in the game that can get him down before he goes into Wrath.
I did not realize that was part of his signature ability.
I'm just going to double check that very quickly, because I think I read earlier that it was, because we were debating in my battle group whether it'd be better to save for the 7-star or rank up the 6-star for defense.
You're right. It is. That's just in the second bullet point. Is during Wrath he goes passively unstoppable during the special and the heavy.
Yeah, and as Bitter saying there, unduped, it can widen the pool of options.
So is it just the initial awakening?
That makes him go unstoppable, yes.
I didn't phrase it well. If you had a duped one, would you then consider just an initial awakening?
Sorry, what would I consider?
You know what? Actually, I'm realizing he reset the stream very quickly, way quicker than I expected him to. Let's get back to the matchup. I thought we had a lot more time here.
Okay. McLeod saying that Jugs can get him down. I completely forgot about Jugs. That is definitely a good shout. Again, it'll just depend on luck with crits and luck with the Wrath not proccing early.
All right, so for anyone who's tuned in recently, just to kind of recap, this has been a phenomenal matchup the whole time. Fintech went out to a 3-0 lead, but each of those sets was 2-1, just had pivotal moments with a mistake here or a mistake there, and it went Fintech's way. He's been playing very well and deserved to have the 3-0 lead, but Marcel has come roaring back. You can see winning the 4th and 5th set 2-0 after switching up, and I think the chat has pointed this out, switching to the Kate band, Kate Bishop. Let's see if this continues on. I mean, you know these champions, these summoners, and how good they are. So really nothing will surprise me here for the 6th and possibly 7th set.
Yeah, when Marcelo's on his game, he's near unbeatable. And I'm saying that from experience.
Yeah. I mean, you all play against each other. You spar and you're in tournaments, so you know.
Yeah, I've played with Marcelo a lot in friendlies, and he is absolutely incredible. But he's difficult to beat. So to say that Finn took 3 rounds in a row, that's impressive as it is. And then I have no doubt that Marcelo will take this to round 7. I mean, it's nothing to take away from Finn either. Finn's been playing phenomenally. Like the rounds he's lost is maybe lost by, for the most part, some of them have been between 1,000 and 500.
Yeah, I think this last one where it was Humators versus Sasquatch and then Massacre versus Jessica Jones, I think it was a 500 point difference in the end.
I know we didn't see that, but that was definitely a very close match.
Absolutely. All right, so we've got Killmonger in, Magic in, 2 great defenders.
I'm not sure who Marcelo's going to use for this Killmonger. If I was going to guess, I'd say Herc.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of kind of the strategic chess matchup of Battlegrounds going on there for both of them. They both sat and thought if this was who they really wanted to use, knowing that at the best of 3, they're not just trying to win 1 fight, they're trying to win 2.
Yeah. That one's a good matchup for this as well because his base hits aren't what deal the damage, which means he's not going to take as much reverb.
Yeah.
In comparison to what Scorpion could take with Limbo.
I'm actually surprised at how quickly Scorpion's working down this magic. That really surprised me.
Well, Scorpion hits hard.
I mean, I think he only had to go through 1 Limbo set there.
Yeah, and that was very fast.
Well
also,
played.
Magic doesn't have that big of a health pool either.
No, she doesn't.
Just having a look through the draft, I'm not sure. I'm genuinely not sure who to favour here. I think Finn's got the better draft, especially after that match. Yes, now that he's used Gallon as well, Marcel could potentially have issues with Jess, unless he uses Stark Spidey for that.
He's thinking he's got to pick his defender here. I want to see this Herc versus, I think he's going to probably rely on the intercepts, right? With the Infuriate.
Yes, I would have thought so.
I think there's a lot of pressure here on this one.
This matchup can definitely go either way, the bottom one. So it's nobody's match yet.
Marcel's being patient, which is smart. It takes a lot of nerve to be patient in these scenarios.
I think I favour Marcel's matchup as long as he blocks the specials.
Yeah, I mean, I think the thing to keep in mind, though, is just no one really has Future Ant-Man's moveset down. Like, he's going about this very confidently, but, I just think there's a lot of pressure on both of them right now.
Oh, yeah. He just needs to block this, which he is.
Oh, and Twitch decides to show us a commercial. Sorry, guys. Not much we can do about this.
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
The suspense is killing me.
I know. And now I want tacos. Great. I am starving. It's time to eat lunch. I guess we'll have to see.
And Finn gets hit.
Yeah.
That could be pivotal.
Okay, Taco Bell. We've seen this enough. Can you pay for a subscription to not have commercials come up? What is this?
I think so, yeah. As Dot says, it's Taco Tuesday.
Man, I as you can tell, I don't watch Switch very often. I didn't know this would happen.
Yeah, I think you need to be subscribed to Marcelo to not have the ads. Well, we can see on the bottom screen he played that pretty much perfectly. But we're currently looking at dinosaurs.
I do love a good dinosaur. Not right now.
Yeah, there's a time and a place, and this doesn't seem to be ideal for either.
Yeah. Like if I'm on an amusement park ride or at the movies, dinosaurs are great. When I'm trying to watch a Battlegrounds tournament, not so great.
I think he's going to place Doom.
All right, we'll just watch Finn's side, I guess, for now.
I think his only option is to place Doom and then use Stark Spidey. Yep. I honestly thought he'd go Massacre there. But Spidey Supreme works as well. And he's going Stark Spidey. Yep. I know these guys too well.
Yeah. Here we go. Marcel's got to win to extend this to the 7th set.
This could be another one of those situations where this just completely takes us by surprise.
If either fight goes well, I am surprised. I'll be impressed by Stark Spidey if that goes well, and I will be very impressed with Marcel and Stealthy if somehow he pulls this off. He'll need this SB2 to basically finish her. That's the idea, right?
Yeah.
Let's see. He's got 4 weaknesses on her, right? Those are on himself. Those are weaknesses, I believe.
Yeah.
She's been getting the
Still
node.
did a decent amount of damage.
Yeah, the AI has not helped him. Has not done him any favors.
Yeah, she's been very aggressive here.
Yeah, and as a result, he can't get the unstoppable himself. He's playing the corner well, but yeah, that eventually was going to happen.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they're just... Yeah.
I think Finn's got it.
Yeah. I do believe
that
with a different AI, there was a chance up there. But Jessica just refused to let Marcel get the unstoppable. And Finn played that exceptionally well. That is a surprising result for me. I know people have been talking about Sorcerer Spidey. That in a fight where the champion doesn't have any buffs, that's impressive.
Yeah, I was going to say that both of them played well there in the situations that they were in. I think they both played the best that they could. When Finn's on his game, you don't want to face him.
Wow.
Yeah, both did incredibly well.
Well, phenomenal performance from both of them. Mclz to, I think, send this into a 6th set. Although he was playing well the whole time. It's just how it kind of, how it played out. Finn played incredible. They both had, Finn had some stream issues to deal with, which is never fun. And I think they really did great. No, so Fintech, so just everyone who's aware, Mclz is the number 4 rated player in the whole tournament. He has qualified. He is well within qualification to move into our 4th and final tournament of this season. So we've done a full season with the Illuminati Invitational, then the Grandmasters Cup, this the 3-star, the Deadpool 3-star tournament, and then our 4th one. I'll announce some of those details as we get a little bit closer to it. I think you all are going to enjoy it. I know I'm looking forward to it. So Marcel has qualified for that. He did need to qualify. And Fintech advances on, and he's going to face Happy McMuffins. I'm going to see if I can get these two to schedule a matchup that is during this week or this weekend to make sure we get it in. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. Follow all of these competitors, Happy McMuffins and Fintech, Marcel, Nick136, everyone that was in the semifinals, and TJ, who's on call with me here. Buddy, I feel like you had something you want to say. What's going on?
Can we just appreciate how they both won the same amount of rounds there?
I was thinking that too earlier, like how even this one was. We've talked about this a little bit too. I feel like all of you competitors have somehow gotten even better over the course of these 3 tournaments. I think one of the ways we're seeing that is by these non-ideal matchups being used and being used exceptionally well. And then also that ultimately it's often coming down to I'm trying to think of the right way to phrase this. And it's not that there's a bad way that won't come out right. It's just what I mean is it's just truly coming down to like who has the 2 good matchups in each set. Like sometimes the more consistent player has actually not won. It's just that when they had their fails and they had their mistakes, it didn't hurt them. They still were able to win that round 2-1 or something like that.
Yeah. There were a lot of very close rounds. There are a lot of rounds that weren't played to their best by any means. Like there's winning with 41k as seen on Finn's screen now.
Exactly.
And then losing with 52. Like it could go either way.
I feel sorry, I know I'm cutting you off and I apologize. I feel a bit badly about this. I do need to go. I also need to get to work and I still need to eat lunch. So we're not going to do the post matchup. I was hoping to do a really, really quick one, but I know how long it takes to actually even set that up. So please go support both these competitors. Let them know how much you appreciate what they put on. I know I do. Usafa and TJ, thank you so much for being on call. And then I've unfortunately got to go. Keep an eye on myself on the Twitter, my channel, of course, too, and on Fintech and Happy McMuffins to make sure you catch the finals for this one. We're going to have, I think, the number 3 versus number 1 player in the whole VBC going against each other. Marcel, thank you so much for being here, my friend. I apologize. I actually need to go and get to work, but a phenomenal performance. And I look forward to seeing you in the 4th tournament. All right. Take care, everybody. TJ, you mind taking us out, bud?
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Very well played to both of them. They both absolutely smashed it. And yeah, take care, everyone.
Have a good one, everybody. Bye-bye.